Hello, this video is intended to acknowledge a piece of the process of attaining goals, working towards goals, specifically significant goals like aspiration goals, passion goals, whether that's a new occupation, like a passion driven occupation, a passion driven project, passion driven relationship. Basically, anything that has your whole system in it, something that feels deep down to your core, like it's something that you want to do, that you're drawn to do, that you feel inspired to do. There's a piece of this process that I feel is unfortunately not acknowledged as vividly, and I'm taking the space to acknowledge it vividly. um, the tail end. The tail end. Even as things are starting to manifest, even as things are starting to come together, things are starting to look like what you were dreaming them to be. Even if you have the place, the person, the things, they're all coming together in a way that makes sense, and you're still afraid of it. There's a saying that the person who sets the goal cannot be the person who reaches the goal, meaning that as you go towards these deep aspirations, as you go towards these passion projects, as you go towards this relationship, as you go towards this truth of you, you will be in a position to grow to meet that new space. You'll be in a position to change your character, change the idea of you. Your ego breaks, you move into it, and that is part of the process of growing into a deep goal, is that you will do the work to allow yourself to stand there comfortably. And so I think that that's been acknowledged, that like, hey, you're going to grow as you go towards this, you're going to move, you're going to change, you're going to da da da. But in my experience, and as well as with different conversations with other people, um, the closer you get, the scarier it gets. And it's like the last little bit of a marathon or the last little bit of a sprint where you've run this whole thing, you've done the whole thing. It's this little bit more, and you have to dig in and push yourself into it. And the irony, a lot of times with specifically goal setting, is you have to rest yourself into it. We can get into such a go mode, such a grow mode, such a move, move, hustle, hustle, make da da da. All of that push forward momentum that when it's actually here, we have a hard time resting in it. We have a hard time saying, thank you, the work is done for right now, I can enjoy this. Because we need to remember, or we have the opportunity to remember, you aspired to this goal because you knew you were worth more than what you have now, or what you had then. You knew there was something more you wanted to do, something more you wanted to experience, something more true unto you, and so you set this goal and you made those changes. And I'll tell you, one of the last things to change, one of the final movements in your being, in your character, one of the final rewrites to the character of who you are, who you think you are, is that you are worthy of that. You are worthy to enjoy the goal that you set. You are worthy to enjoy the relationship you wanted. You are worthy to enjoy the fruits of the labor you've put in. You can rest in this. It's tricky because we're often motivated into this changes and into this growth by knowing there's something more out there that you can have, that you can be, that you could have. So you feel inspired to create that space, to become more true unto yourself. And one of the final things is now you have to say, do I believe I'm actually worthy of the change I wanted to make? Do I believe I can enjoy the relationship I wanted to pursue? Or am I stuck in trying to make it? Am I stuck in a fear-based motivation of I can have more, I'm worth more, I can do more? Maybe this is a perfectionist speaking, or a codependent speaking, or an addict speaking, or any of these. Who runs your motivation show? Who runs your goal setting in you? And can they rest? Can that part of you rest in the beautiful things that you're making? Can you appreciate what's going on? Can you appreciate that you did this with the help of God, with the help of your support system? Yes, but You moved, you grew, you put the pieces together, my love. You did that. Can you appreciate it? Do you believe that you are able to appreciate it? That you're worthy of appreciating it? In my experience, as we move towards a goal, there's all different sorts of levels of change in you. You have to change your belief in your capability. Do you think you're even capable of doing it? Do you think what you want to do is worthwhile? Are you healed enough to do it? Does the world want it enough? Is it valid enough? All of these things are kind of your judgments on the goal you want to set. And then you get there, if you decide to push through it, yes, I am capable of doing it. Yes, I believe it is beneficial. Yes, I believe the world will benefit it. Yes, I believe I've been healed enough where I will do the work to heal myself enough to get there. Yes, I believe I can do it. I can do it. I can make it. I believe in the thing I'm making. And now here we are towards the end, the sprint. Do you believe that you're able to hold the thing that you believe in? Are you able to appreciate it? Are you worthy enough to be the bearer of that light, to be the bringer of that project, to be the participant in that relationship, to be the beneficiary of these miracles? Are you worthy of this? I don't know for you, but for me, that's a big question. Why not get personal? I've struggled with self-worth for a long time. There's a lot of parts of myself that I kept secret and that are coming to light in beautiful ways, and it's not always easy. Um, and I know I'm not alone in that struggle. And so when it's like, you have something beautiful here, my friend. You have something beautiful here, my friend. Do you believe that you're beautiful enough to hold it? Where are those snags in your self-image and your character beliefs? And can you rewrite them? Can you rest in this final push enough to love yourself, enough to love the thing that you were inspired by God to make? Can you rest in that? Are you worthy enough of it? Can you let it influence you and wash over you? I can't answer those questions for you other than an optimistic probably. You probably can. It's probably in your best interest. It's probably in my best interest that you do. It's probably in our best interest that you understand that. You weren't inspired to make such a thing only to not be the one to enjoy it. Whether it's a relationship, a passion project, a new hobby, a vocation, anything. You weren't inspired to want to create it and then not be worthy enough to enjoy it. This is the final aspect of a goal, in my opinion, right now, from where I stand. And I think that we need to acknowledge that this is part of the project. It's the heart of the matter, is that you matter enough to be at the heart of this. It's just true. So wherever you are in that journey, I ask maybe if you reflect on these questions of, if I don't believe that I am the one who can carry this forward, why? If this was placed in my heart, if this was placed in my intention, if it feels right, if it feels good, if when I think about it, I'm on fire, but when it comes to me, I shy away, what part of the phoenix is afraid of burning? What part of the tower is afraid to fall? What part of you is still ready to be surrendered? What part of the character of you, what part of your character is ready to grow or needs to grow? I love you very much. 2020 is going to be a year of this, so just dig in and keep going and rest when you need to rest and stand vibrantly when you can stand vibrantly, okay? Woof. All right, here we go, guys. Here we go. 2020. New us. I love you very much. Okay? Bye.